Hi, everybody, and welcome to Jasper High School football coverage here on 18 WJTS. I'm Kerry Schneider along with Jeremy Marcos high atop the Alumni Stadium, Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium press box. And tonight, the Wildcats are back at home for homecoming 2023 as they will take on the Castle Knights here at Alumni Stadium. The Wildcats coming into the contest with a 4-2 record with a victory last week over Evansville Central. In fact, the Cats have won 3 in a row and coming into tonight's game. Victories over Evansville, Bossy, Modern Day, and Central. There are only 2 defeats coming against Memorial and Wrights. While the Castle Knights coming in on a 2-game losing streak. They lost 2 weeks ago to Vincennes Lincoln, 26-21, and Evansville Wrights 38-17 a week ago. Captains for both teams being, of course, at midfield for tonight's kickoff. As we said, it is homecoming 2023 here on Droll Rollletter Field and Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium. As we go along, before halftime, when we have some time, we'll introduce and mention some of the homecoming candidates and Queen and King, and as well as their courts as well too. Castle won the toss and has deferred, and the Wildcats will receive, as it has been the case quite a bit the last several games. And when they won the toss, they've elected to receive. So once again, the Cats will receive to start tonight's football game. Since this series has been renewed since when Jasper joined the SIAC conference about 3 years ago or so, the Wildcats have won 3 of the 4 previous ball games. 3 of the 4 games coming in to this game against Castle, including last year's thrilling 43-42 overtime victory at Paradise. Jasper is coming into the game, seeing a few injuries, I might quickly add, to some notable players, including number 84, Mitchell Leinenbach, and number 13, Caden Nerney. Both seeing some injuries and had some limited practice time this week, but are dressed out tonight and expected to see action for tonight's game. We have Leinenbach back to receive, in fact, along with number 25, Landon Fleck. Number 2 for Castle, Riker Cotmel, will kick off for the Knights. Knights, as I said, are 3-3 and coached by Doug Hurt. In his 18th year at Castle, he has 130 wins and 73 losses, while Jasper led by Tony Lewis in his 5th year at 32 wins and 14 losses. So we await the kickoff as Cotmel has the football teed up at the 40-yard line. And again, Fleck and Leinenbach back deep to receive for Jasper. Kick is in the air and will be Fleck inside the 5 to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and he will still on his feet. He gets it across the 30 to about the 32-yard line before he is tripped up on the play by number 11 for Castle, Trey Ward. So the Cats will have the football in very good position, field position to start tonight's ball game. 1st and 10 at their own 32. Wildcat offense on the field led by their quarterback, sophomore Max Butel, 5'8", 135 pounds. He'll, of course, have the likes of Carter Holsworth in the backfield with them, and Tyler Atkins and Ernie. Ernie in motion. Handoff goes to Holsworth. He'll pick up maybe 1 or 2 as a penalty flag comes down, perhaps a hold. We'll wait to see what the call is. Landon Holder makes the tackle on the play for Castle. We'll wait the indication. Blocking, chop block below the belt there on Castle. So against Jasper. So that'll mark off the penalty about at least 10 yards, or see where they spot it. Back down to the 17-yard line. So the football will be spotted at the 17-yard line, where Jasper will have it 1st and 25 now. Opening minutes here on 18 WJTS. Again, Butel under center. Again, hands off to Holsworth. Actually, two Holsworth up the middle. And Holsworth will pick up 1, maybe 2 on the play, probably no more than 1. It will be a gain of 1 as football will be spotted at the 18. 2nd down and 24. We got an injured player on the field for Castle. Looks like number 99, one of their big men, sophomore Ethan Herman, is the man down. While they tend to him, I'll take a moment here. As I said, while we had the opportunities, we'll talk about tonight's homecoming setup for the 2023. Senior candidates include Hope Fromey. She is the daughter of Daniel Fromey and the late Valerie Shipman, along with her escort, Brandon Meringer, the son of Todd and Lori Meringer. Another senior candidate is Mia Miller, daughter of Meredith and Ted. And Levin Kaza is her escort. He is the son of Catherine Kaza and Joe Kaza. I know that lady. Work with her. So here's to Kate, or Kat as we call her. And the other senior candidates include Paige Giesler, the daughter of Deborah and Ross Giesler, and Andrew Noblet, the son of Joan and Andy. Continue with other members of the court as we go along here tonight. With play resuming, 2nd down and 24 at the 18. Pitch goes to Ernie, and he's going to be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage and then some by number 25 makes the tackle, and that will be Cameron Russellberg. So Cameron Russellberg with a tackle for a loss of about 4, it looks like it's going to be. So we'll be back at the 14-yard line, 3rd down and 28, just under a minute into this contest, I should say. So Jasper struggling a little bit in the outset offensively. Of course, the big penalty pushed them all the way back to the 18. Now 4-yard loss puts them back to the 14. Butel back to throw. He'll fire a pass downfield for Heichelbeck, and it is going to be incomplete as number 11 for the Knights, Trey Ward, will be defending on the play. So that'll bring up 4th down for Jasper. The Wildcats will be forced to punt. So Jasper's first drive stalls. Cole Trevino will drop back to punt for Jasper from near his goal line. Number 17, Antonio Harris, lone man back for Castle at the 40. Wildcats looking for a nice big punt by Trevino here, and the ball goes into the end zone, and he will have to be down it, and it will be a safety. So a high snap results into a safety, and just like that, it's 2-0 Castle. 2-0 Castle with 10:35 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and come back after this here on 18 WJTS. Alumni Stadium, where the Wildcats have fallen behind 2-0 thanks to a safety, in which the Wildcats in the situation were getting set to punt, but a high snap went over Trevino, the punter's head, and he was unable to actually landed on it or picked it up and stepped out of bounds. Either way, it was a safety. Was ruled on the play, and so as a result, it's 2-0 Castle, and the Wildcats will have a free kick to the Knights. And it looks like Chase Spears will do the kicking chores. He'll kick it from the 20. Pair of men, actually, it looks like a trio back there with one up man for Castle on the receiving end. So Spears comes forward and gets the kickoff. It'll be fielded at about the 26-yard line. Cuts upside, gets across the 50, and he's going to be tackled from behind by number 9, Jalen Van Slyke. 33 was on the return, and that was, looks like, Max McCool. He's their running back tonight. We're going to be calling his name a lot tonight from what I understand. These are stud running backs, so to speak. So Max McCool will, along with, of course, the quarterback for the Knights tonight, Caden Gordon, had the football for the first time in Jasper territory at the 47. Receiver split on the far side, and a man moves, and it will be offsides against Castle. The legal procedure will be the call before the Knights even get a first play from scrimmage. Set them back 5 to the Castle 48. So we'll bring up first down and 15. McCool in the backfield. Man in motion. Pass onto the man on the far side, number 17. He will get across the 45 to the 40 to the 35, inside the 30 and out of bounds at about the 26 or 27 yard line. We'll see where it goes. That was Antonio Harris, number 17, on the reception. So the Knights go there on their first play of the night, and they will pick up a good chunk of yardage. It'll be 1st and 10 Castle at the Jasper 28. Harris and number 81, Will Coleman. And with Harris now in motion, hand goes to Harris. Harris dances, and he will be brought down about just shy of the 25-yard line, maybe it's about the 26. Looks like number 53 and number 56, Will Wallace, along with number 53, Evan Nordoff, combined to make the stop. Not before Harris picks up 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 at the 26. Gordon under center. Harris on the move. Long count. Pitch goes to McCool. McCool tries the outside. He's to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and he'll run his way to the end zone for a touchdown score of 26 yards. So McCool from the outside on his first carry of the night goes 26 yards and hits pay dirt, and it's 9-0 Castle, or 8-0 Castle, excuse me. So the Knights quickly move the football down the field as Riker Cotmel will attempt the extra point. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So Cotmel nails the extra point kick. It's 9-0 Castle with 9.5 to play in the first quarter. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. And where the Wildcats find themselves down all of a sudden 9-0 with 9.5 to play in the first quarter. A safety and then a 26-yard run by McCool on his first carry of the night are the result of the 9-0 lead. Cotmel will kick off once again to the Wildcats. And back once again will be Leidenbach and Fleck. Actually, it'll be Dawkins will be the man back as Fleck will let it roll into the end zone for a touchback. So number 14, or excuse me. Ross Dawkins will be doing the kickoff, I guess, tonight, as we said. Well, as it turns out, because we have had a little bit of an injury situation with Leidenbach tonight, but he is dressed out, and hopefully we'll see more action than that, as the day goes on. But either way, with the touchback, the Wildcats start a second drive of the night, 1st and 10 at the 20. Levine and Ernie along with Holsworth in the backfield. Here's the handoff to Carter, and he will go nowhere. So Carter Holsworth gets knocked down by number 15 and 93, Quentin Wilson, and Benny Patterson combined to make the stop. Holsworth didn't have a chance before he even got the handoff. 2nd down and 12 at the 18. Wildcats looking to get off the schneid a little bit here on the offensive end. Looks like that was Holsworth again, perhaps. It was. Carter Holsworth again on the carry. They'll take it to the 20 for a pickup of pickup of 2. So they're back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 at the 20. So another long 3rd down situation here for Jasper. Knights defense has come to play tonight. Heichelbeck splits far to the far side. Butel back to throw. He'll fire a pass. It is complete at the 40-yard line. It looks like that'll be Eckert, Hunter Eckert on the reception. And Eckert will be out of bounds at about the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. They'll mark it at the 42-yard line. Pick up a 22 on the pass play. First and 10, Jasper at the 42. So Butel and Eckert hook up for the pass play. Once again, Heichelbeck on the far side. Levine, Ernie, and Holsworth, along with Butel, under center. Handoff goes to Holsworth, and he will pick up probably get back, maybe pick up one or two. They'll give him one. Benny Patterson makes the tackle on the play for the Knights. Second down and 9 at the 43 for Jasper. Tail back to throw on second down now. It rolls out to his right. He'll get a pass away and throw it onto the track, and they're going to call him. They're going to call a late hit, perhaps. Looks like a late hit will be the penalty against Castle. It is a personal foul, roughing the passer against the Knights. And that'll give the Wildcats an automatic first down and probably maybe, about 15 yards? So a 15-yard penalty will be the result of the penalty. 15-yard walk-off. And there's the walk-off. Now he's going in the right direction. So I'll give Jasper football in Castle territory. They'll spot it at the 40. Looks like the 42. So first and 10, Jasper at Castle's 42. First time the Wildcats have been in the Knights territory tonight. Heichelbeck on the near side. Butel under center with Holsworth behind him. Handoff goes to Holsworth. And Holsworth once again having a difficult time as the Knights have got that play sniffed out left and right at this point. The Wildcats having a hard time moving the football, at least on the up the middle. But it does pick up actually 2 on the play. It will be second down and 8 at the 40. Under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. 9-0 Castle. Butel on second down now is under center. He'll hand off to Holsworth, and Holsworth will try the left side. He'll pick up maybe 2 or 3 at best on that. Owen Fugate, the tackle on the play for the Knights. Third down and about 5 after a pickup of 3. Ball is going to be at the 36. Here is Butel on a carry. He'll keep it to the 25, to the 20, on the far sideline, to the 5, touchdown. 36-yard run by quarterback Max Butel. 6 minutes to play, and the Wildcats have now cut the Castle lead to 3 on a 36-yard run by quarterback Max Butel. He kept it on the option, took the far sideline and raced it down the sideline to the end zone for the score. Colton Smith will attempt the extra point with Tyler Atkins to hold. Kick is up, and it is high, and it is good. Castle 9, Jasper 7. The Wildcats answer the Knights with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. Stadium, where the Wildcats have answered the Castle Knights and have now cut the Knights' 9-point lead down to 2 with a 36-yard run by quarterback Max Patel on the option. It is 9-7 with 6 minutes to go. Chase Spears set the kickoff from the 40. Spears comes forward. There is the kick. And it will bounce at the 3-yard line, and Harris will bring it forward to the 15, to the 20, and to the 25-yard line. Fans wanting a clip on the play against the Knights, but no penalty flag was thrown. Mitchell Leidenbach makes the stop on the return. Castle will have it at their own 25-yard line on the return by Antonio Harris. And it's 1st and 10 for Castle at the 25. Gordon under center. Pitches or fakes a handoff to McCool. He'll fire a pass to number 81. And he will be pushed out of bounds by Leidenbach. That's number 81, Will Coleman. Number 13, Bowden Morgan actually was in the quarterback spot on that play. Number 13, Morgan. So Castle looks like maybe they'll be platooning different quarterbacks perhaps. They are in the shotgun this time with 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. And Morgan's pass is way downfield, way too long, intended for Harris. So Antonio Harris, the intended receiver on that pass play, will bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Knights at the 45. So 2nd down and 10 for the Knights at the 45. McCool in the backfield. The handoff goes to him. He will pick up maybe 1 or 2 yards on the play. One, it actually looks like they're going to on the spot. A host of Wildcat tacklers on the play, led by number 9, Jalen Van Slyke. So I bring up a 3rd down and 9 for the Knights at the 46. Again, Bowden Morgan out of the shotgun. Morgan back. He gets pressure. He'll roll out of the pocket. He gets chased out of bounds by number 10 for the Wildcats, Elliott Smith. So Smith makes the defensive stop. And on the carry, we'll pick up maybe 2 on the play. We'll see where they spot it. At the 48-yard line, so a pickup of 2. They'll bring up 4th down for the Knights. They'll be forced to punt. Tyler Atkins, the lone man back to receive for the Wildcats. As Parker Bellwood will punt for the Knights. Bellwood gets the punt away. Nice punt. Atkins will let it drop, and he'll let it roll out of bounds. Or actually, they'll be picked up by the Knights' number 36, Cade McConnell, at the 15-yard line. So the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 at their own 15. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats as they start a new drive at the 15-yard line. 9-7 is our score. Castle on top. 4:14 to play in the first quarter on Homecoming 2023 at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium. Butel under center. Pitches it to Ernie. Ernie tries the left side. He's going to be wrapped up for a loss by number 8 and number 36, it looks like. That, of course, is being Parker Bellwood. And number 36, Cade McConnell. So McConnell and Bellwood combine to make the stop. And that'll be a loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12 at the 13. Handoff, actually he keeps it. Utel on the carry. He will be wrapped up by number 93, Benny Patterson. Not before he picks up 7 yards on the play. Third down and 5 coming up at the 20. So third down and 5 for the Cats at the 20-yard line. Nearing the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Handoff goes to Ernie. Caden on the carry. Caden to the 35, inside the 35 to about the 36 or 37-yard line. So Caden Ernie, nice run by number 13. The junior takes it to, let's see, let's put it down at the 38-yard line. Cade McConnell makes the tackle on the play for the Knights. So first and 10 for the Cats at the 38. Nice big third down run by number 13, Caden Ernie. On first down, Butel under center. Hands off to Carter Holsworth. Holsworth will take it to a 40 for about a pickup of 2. Landon Holder makes the tackle on the play for the Knights. Levine and Nate Lukemeyer check into the Jasper offensive unit as Ernie and Atkins will take a break. Second down and 8 at the 40. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. 9-7, Castle leads it. Pitch goes to Lukemeyer. And Nate Lukemeyer will take it across to about the 40, maybe pick up 1 on the play, depending on the spot. Landon Holder and Cameron Russellberg make the stop on the play for the Knights. Third down and 8 at the 40. As Levine and Lukemeyer check back out. Atkins and Ernie back in the contest. Third down and 8 for the Cats at the 40-yard line. Under a minute to play in the first. Out of the shotgun is Butel. He'll drop. He'll roll to his right. Looks downfield. He'll fire a pass. It is incomplete. As Leinenbach was the intended receiver. Landon Holder and Quentin Wilson defending on the play, and will bring up fourth down for the Wildcats, who will be forced to punt. Cole Trevino will come to kick for Jasper. With Harris. Trevino to punt for the Wildcats with Harris back to receive, the lone man for the Knights. Back at about the 26, 27-yard line, 28 maybe. Trevino gets a nice punt away this time. He will take a bounce and roll dead at about the 30-yard line. They'll mark it actually at the 29, so a nice punt by Trevino. And Castle will take over first and 10. They lead this ball game 9-7 with 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. Looks like number 14, Caden Gordon, back into the contest as quarterback. So Knights looking like they're doing a platoon quarterback system tonight against the Wildcats, who called timeout with 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll keep the action right here, and while we do, we'll just go ahead and go over the introductions of the 2013 homecoming court. We already told you about the King and Queen candidates. A couple other seniors to mention here tonight are the Crowners, Emma Shipp, the daughter of Amanda and Kevin Shipp, and Mitchell Mock, the son of Sarah and Jeff Mock. Junior candidates, our junior attendants tonight include Romy Werner, the daughter of Jenny and Luke Werner, Samuel Kelly, the son of Jill and Jason Kelly. Other junior candidates include, junior members of court this year, Cece Hanneman, the daughter of Jenny and Craig, and Hunter Stork, the son of Abby Brescher and Brad Stork. Sophomore candidates include Sloan Licklider, the daughter of Andrea and Jason Licklider, Oliver Betts, the son of Judy and Guillermo, and Aiden Lambert, the daughter of Brooke and Jake Lambert, and Jonah Kaczynski, the son of Amanda and Kyle Kaczynski. First and 10 from the 30. Handoff goes to McCool. Max McCool on the carry for the Knights. He'll pick up 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 at the 35 for the Knights. They'll try to get one more play off. We're under 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Pitch goes to McCool. He'll go to the far side, take it to about the 40, and he'll be out of bounds. Actually, they'll rule him inbounds, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of play with the score Castle 9, Jasper 7. We're back after this here on 18 WJTS. Stadium, as we're set to bring you the second quarter of action. Castle leads at 9-7. Quick rundown again of the remaining homecoming court for this year. Freshman candidates include Emery Recker, the daughter of Kelly Willis and Lyle Recker, and Carter Bloom, the son of Emily Bloom and Kristen Bloom. Freshman candidates Emma Nowatarski, daughter of Holly and Ben, and Owen Rice, the son of Brittany and Nick Nowatarski. Ball and crown carriers this year include Mia Peak, the daughter of Emily and Keontae, and Charlie Johnson, the son of Jeremy and Megan. That's your 2023 homecoming court. We'll bring you the results at halftime. Good luck to everybody. First and 10 for the Knights as we start the second quarter of play. Football at the 42. Dump pass to McCool. McCool spins off a tackle. He'll take it to about the 45-yard line before he is brought down by an ankle tackle by Hunter Eckert. So Hunter Eckert makes the tackle on the play, but not before McCool will take it inside the 45-yard line, just shy of the 46. Second down and 6. Gordon at the quarterback spot with McCool, or actually that's Harris behind him. And looks like Castle will call a timeout. So timeout Castle. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS. Down in 6 at the 46-yard line as we resume action after the Castle timeout. Knights with the football. Gordon with Harris behind him. McCool to his left. He is in motion. He will pitch it to Harris. Harris gets across the 45, inside the 45, just shy of the 50, before he is brought down by Will Wallace. So Will Wallace makes the tackle on the play. Third down and about 2, call it a long 2, just shy of the 50-yard line. Gordon on third down now, under center, 3rd and 2. Handoff goes to Harris. He'll have the first down and then some. He'll take it inside the right actually to the 45-yard line. So it'll be enough for a first down for the Knights. First and 10 Castle at the Jasper 45. Gordon hands it off, actually fakes the handoff. He'll drop back to throw. He'll fire a long bomb up the middle. It is caught by Harris and down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line, maybe the 1. 44 yards on the pass play, and the Knights have it first and goal at the 1. As Caden Gordon found a open Antonio Harris on a long pass play up the middle. Good for 44 yards and a first and goal at the 1 for the Knights. Harris and McCool in the backfield. Gordon under center. Hands off to Harris, and he will be stopped short of the goal line. Looks like we got number 10 on the tackle for the Wildcats, and that's going to be Elliott Smith. So Smith on a nice defensive play to keep Harris from reaching the end zone. That'll bring up second and goal at the 1. Again, Harris and McCool behind Gordon, who will keep it. He will try to push up the middle, and he's not going to get in. So good job again by the Wildcat defensive line. As the Knights try to go with the quarterback keeper with Caden Gordon on the carry. They may have actually lost a yard. Okay, they'll keep it at the 1. Now third down and 1 at the 1. Hands off to Harris. He'll try the other side, the near side, and he will walk in the end zone for the touchdown run of 1 yard out. And it's 15-7 Castle. So the Knights score. Touchdown set up on the 44-yard pass play to Antonio Harris, who finishes the job with a 1-yard run and a touchdown with 9:07 to go in the second quarter. 15-7 is our score. Riker Cottonell will try the extra point with Caden Gordon on the hold. Kick is in the air, and it will be good. 16-7 is our score. Castle with the lead, 9:07 to go in the second quarter. We're back with the Knights kickoff to the Wildcats after this here on 18 WJTS. Ryan Cottonell with the football teed up at the 40-yard line for the Knights as the Wildcats have Ross Dawkins and Landon Fleck back to receive. 16-7 is our score with 9:07 to go in the second quarter. As the Knights scored with Antonio Harris's 1-yard run, which was set up by his 44-yard reception. Fleck will take the football at the 10-yard line, 15-20, 25. And he will be brought down at about the 25-yard line. Let's see who's on the bottom of the pile there. Looks like number 50 on the tackle. And that is Jalen Hendricks. So Hendricks on the tackle for the Knights on the special teams tackle. The Jasper Wildcats will have the football at their own 30-yard line, first down and 10. The Wildcats look to answer the Castle score. They trail it 16-7. Utel will keep it on the option to the 40, 45, 50. Utel still on his feet. He gets down to the far sideline. He's going to get away, and he's going to score. Max Butel from 70 yards out will hit pay dirt, and the Wildcats answer just like that. We said during the break that the Wildcats were going to need to answer quickly, and they sure enough did. 16-13 is the score. Max Butel from 70 yards out. And on the kick once again for the Wildcats will be Colton Smith. With Atkins set to hold. "70-yard run by the Wildcat quarterback on the option on the keeper. Extra point kick is away, and it is good. So the Wildcats back within 2, 16-14 with 8:48 to go in the second quarter of play. We'll be back after this here on 18 WJTS. Well, back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium at Joe Rolliner Field, the Wildcats quickly answer the Knights' score and now only trail again by 2, 16-14 with 8:48 to go. As Chase Spears will kick off from the 40. Harris among the men back for the Knights. Spears comes forward and he gets it away. Looks like 33 on the return. That's McCool. McCool still on his feet. He will be brought down with the lead hit by number 11 for the Wildcats, Diego Martinez. The flag comes flying in. So Diego Martinez with the initial hit on the return. Also helping on the play is number 3 coming off the field, Davis Roos. We'll see what the penalty is all about. And it will be a hold against the Knights. So that'll knock it back several yards. We'll see where they put it. Officials talking about it, trying to figure out exactly where they're going to put it, I guess. Tonight's officials are Dave Senning, Nick Alcorn, Tim Alcorn, Chris Brenson, and David George. They start the walk-off. And they will mark it down at about looks like the 14-yard line. So that's where Castle will start their drive, 1st and 10 at the 14 with 8:36 to go in the second quarter. Castle leads it 16-14. McCool in the backfield. Looks like 13 now is back at quarterback, and that is Bowden Morgan. He will throw a pass to Harris, and he will be brought down on an ankle tackle by number 9, Van Slyke. Jalen Van Slyke with the tackle on the play. It'll be no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 at the 14. Wildcat defense looking for a big stop here as they trail it by the 2, 16-14. Morgan out of the shotgun. He will hand it off to McCool. McCool will be brought down again by Van Slyke with the help of number 88, Eckert. Hunter Eckert also helping out on the play. Again, no gain. Well, give him 1 on the play. 3rd down and 9 at the 15. 7.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. So big 3rd down play coming up for the Jasper defense. It's 3rd down and 9 at the 15-yard line. Morgan again out of the shotgun with McCool to his right. Takes the snap, drops back, gets pressure. He'll roll with it. He'll look downfield. He'll fire a pass. Intercepted by the Wildcats. Jack Levine with the interception. And the Wildcats in great field possession. Fakes to the turnover. They will have it, looks like, at about the 20-yard line. So Jack Levin with the interception. As Morgan was being flushed out of the pocket as he played out of the shotgun. Throw a short pass, tried it at the up into midfield. Or inside of the field, but either way, he threw it to the wide open hands of Jack Levin. And just like that, the Cats have it 1st and 10 at the Castle 20-yard line. 2 receivers on the far sideline, Heichelbeck and Ernie. And the handoff goes up the middle to Holsworth, and he's in the end zone for a 20-yard touchdown run. Carter Holsworth from 20 yards out, and the Wildcats have taken the lead 20-16. So the Wildcat offense, defense, and offense have come to life here in the second quarter. And as a result, they are in the lead with the 20-16 score. It looks like the Cats will go for two as Butel comes onto the gridiron. So Butel will work out of the shotgun on the two-point conversion tip with Holsworth to his right. He will keep it. He'll look at the end zone. He'll fire a pass over to the near side. It is knocked down by number 36 for the Knights. Knocked down by Cade McConnell. And the Wildcats come up short on the two-point conversion attempt. It's 20-16 Jasper with 7 minutes to go in the half. We'll be back after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, where the Wildcats with a pair of quick scores now lead it 20-16 with 7 minutes to go. And Chase Spears will kick off to the Knights who have Harris and McCool back to receive. And a whistle and a penalty flag is down as likely the Cats were offsides on the approach. So a pair of quick scores. Of course, one of them set up by a big defensive play, interception by Jack Levin. Actually, looks like Castle was offsides, apparently. So the Knights were offsides. And now the Spears will kick off from the 45. Spears once again set the kickoff, this time from the 45-yard line. Here he comes. Kick is away. And McCool will let it roll out to the end zone for a touchback, and the Knights will have it at the 20. So we'll bring out 1st and 10 for Castle at the 20-yard line. All right, 1st and 10 for Castle at the 20-yard line. Caden Gordon back in the quarterback spot for the Knights. McCool, pitch goes to him. McCool will bring it across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Elliott Smith will make the stop on the play. But not before McCool picks up, it looks like 8 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2 at the 28. Yeah, I'll tell you later. 2nd down and 2 at the 28. McCool on the carry. McCool across the 30. And he will take it to about the 20, or sorry, make that actually the 32-yard line. Van Slyke on the tackle for the Wildcats, along with Evan Nordoff. It'll be enough for a 1st down for the Knights. 1st and 10. Castle at the 33. And it looks like Jasper will call a timeout. The Wildcats will call timeout with just under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter of play. It's Jasper 20, Castle 16. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Alumni Stadium after the Wildcat timeout. 1st and 10 for Castle at the 33. Gordon out of the shotgun. He will get pressure. He will get flushed. And he will get brought down from behind by number 10 for the Wildcats. And that, of course, is Elliott Smith. So Elliott Smith with the sack. It'll result in no gain on the play. Second down and 10 at the 33. As Gordon was able to get it back to the line of scrimmage before Smith caught up from behind. 5:20 and clock running. Gordon on the snap, and he will hand off to Harris, and Harris will pick up about 3 or 4 on the play. We'll see. And he will be brought down on the bottom of the pile as Fleck. Landon Fleck on the tackle on the play. Pick up of about 4 on the play. Second down and third down, I should say. Third down and 6. At the 37-yard line. Morgan throws a pass. It is complete to number 16 for the Knights, Carter Bobe. So sophomore Carter Bobe with the reception. Enough for a Castle first down, a pickup of 11. At the 48-yard line. 4:20 and clock running. As the Knights looking to pick up a score before the half. They will have the football to start the second half, by the way. Harris in motion. Gordon under center. Fakes the handoff. Pass is nearly intercepted. It is incomplete as it was intended for Harris. It looks like that was, Nate Lukemeyer. Nate Lukemeyer defending on the play. So I bring up second down and 10 at the 48. Clock is stopped with 4:04 to play. Jasper defense looking for the big play to keep the Knights out of the end zone before the half. As we said, Castle will have the ball to start the second half. Maybe the Cats can get a turnover here and see what happens. Gordon now the shotgun. He'll dump a pass over on the near side again, intended for Bobe. But Bobe was unable to hold on to the pass. So that'll bring up third and 10 now for the Knights. Needless to say, 4-down territory for Castle here. Well, with 4 minutes to go, you never know. We'll see what happens. Key is hold him on this third down conversion attempt. Third down and 10 at the 48. Gordon with 3 receivers on the far side. Looks to his right, however. He'll fire a pass intended for Harris downfield. It will be incomplete. Gordon took a shot on that play on the after he got the pass off. But he got up on his own power and is walking off the field as if nothing happened. It's going to bring up fourth down for the Knights. And it looks like they will punt as Parker Bellwood will set the punt for the Knights. And Tyler Atkins on the return attempt for the Wildcats. High snap. He gets it away. And they will let her down. And actually he touched the football and he will down it by number 87 for the Knights. Bo Hurt. And that's about the 23-yard line. So the Wildcats with 3:44 to go in the first half. 3:44 before halftime. Have it first and 10. First and 10 at the 22-yard line. Butel under center. He fumbles the snap, but was able to land on it. Not what you want to see there. It was recovered by the Wildcats. 3.5 minutes to go. Jasper has burned 2 of their timeouts. Jasper has used 2 timeouts, so they're down to 1 before the half. Second down 11 at the 22. After the fumbled snap. Utel under center. Handoff goes to Holsworth. He spins off a tackle. Holsworth still on his feet. He's got the first down and more to about the 40-yard line, maybe the 41. Carter Holsworth with a big run. About 18 yards. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Cats at the 40-yard line. I believe the Cats with just 1 timeout remaining in the first half. Holsworth behind Butel, who's under center. Handoff goes to Carter. Carter will pick up about 2 or 3 on that run, as they will spot it actually at, looks like at about the 43. So it will be 2nd and 7 at the 43. Second down and 7 at the 43. Option goes to Ernie. Caden still on his feet, dances around. He will take it to about the 48-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Under 2 minutes to go. So 3rd down and 2 for the Wildcats. Clock continues to run for 1:43 to go in the half. Nice to see the Cats pick up a score here before the half, with the Castle Knights getting the football to start the second half. And we have a timeout by Castle. So the Knights call timeout with 1.5 minutes to go. 90 seconds to go till halftime. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go till halftime. The Wildcats at the football. 3rd down and 2 at their own 48. After the Knights timeout. Utel back to throw on 3rd down. Throws a pass up the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Leinenbach. Wide open was Mitchell. Leinenbach was unable to haul in that quick pass up the middle. It'll bring up 4th down for the Wildcats, and the Cats will be forced to punt. So Trevino back to punt for the Wildcats. Once again, Antonio Harris, the lone man back for the Knights. Low snap, sort of. Kick is away. Harris will call fair catch. At the 24-yard line. Yes, 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So 1st and 10 Castle at the 24 with 1:22 to go before half. See how the Knights work this in these last 1:22 seconds. They have receivers both on each far side. Gordon in the quarterback spot with McCool to his left. He will hand it off to McCool. McCool will spin off a tackle, and he'll get it across the 25-yard line to about the 27 for a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7 at the 27. Will Wallace makes the tackle on the play. Under a minute to go. Gordon back. Throws a pass up the middle, almost intercepted. Lukemeyer was there. Sure exactly what the Castle was thinking on that. Very gutsy call, as Will Coleman was the intended receiver. And nearly was disastrous for the Knights. Exactly, I'm not sure either. As Lukemeyer was right there, almost hauled in the interception. 3rd down and 7 at the 27. Gordon again out of the shotgun with McCool to his right. High snap, and he fumbles it, and he'll just land on it at the 20-yard line. And And the Wildcats will call timeout now, their final timeout with 44 seconds to go, and we'll keep it right here. So 44 seconds to go. Jasper leads at 20-16. It'll bring up 4th down and 14 for the Knights. Back, I believe, at the 20. It's 20-yard line. Of course, it's homecoming here at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Royal Letter Field as the homecoming festivities will commence here at halftime. We'll tell you all about it at the end of the halftime break. We introduced the entire homecoming court and all their participants as we went along here in the first half. Good luck to all the candidates. Again, Hope Fromey and Mia Miller, Paige Giesler, and the King candidates, Mitchell Bach, Brandon Meringer, Eben Kaza, and Andrew Noblet. So the Knights will punt. 4th down and 14 at the 20. As Landon Holder will kick. Tyler Atkins back to receive at about the 47-yard line. Kick is a short kick, and it will be down into Jasper territory at about, they're going to call it about the 48, maybe the 49. 48-yard line is where they'll spot it. So the Wildcats have 52 yards to go in 36 seconds. See what they do here. See, they're going to mark it actually right at the 50. They first had it marked back about the 47 or 48. But Cats will take you're right. We'll take the extra 3 yards. So 36 seconds to go. 1st and 10 Cats at the 50. Tell will work out of the shotgun. 2 receivers set to the far side. Butel will hand it off to Ernie. Caden will dance around the 2 and lose about 2 or 3 yards. And the clock will continue to run with 25 seconds to go. Jasper hurries back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 on the play. Now they're back at the 48. Butel will spike the football to stop the clock with 16 seconds to go. That'll bring up 3rd down, and 12. Our 2nd down, excuse me. Castle will call timeout. Second down will be, and long will be coming up for the Wildcats when play resumes. 16 seconds to go. Castle will have the football to start the second half, as we noted a few times now. Here on 18 WJTS, Jasper High School football coverage. Wildcats and Castle Knights, as the Wildcats with 2 quick scores in the second quarter have taken the lead by a score of 20-16. One of the scores set up by a big interception by Jack Levain. 70-yard touchdown run highlights the Jasper scoring by quarterback Max Butel. So a great job by the Wildcats to answer both offensively and defensively after the Knights jumped out to a 9-0 lead. 3rd down and 12 at the 48-yard line. Butel rolls to his left. He will keep it and run out of bounds at the 50-yard line to stop the clock with 11 seconds to go. The Wildcats will look to try one more play. The football will be spotted just shy of the 50. So 4th down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Butel under center. He'll hand it off to Holsworth. Holsworth spins off a couple of tackles. He tries to get it out of bounds, and he won't he? This clock continues to expire, or continues to run and will expire, and bring us to the end of the first half of play with the score Jasper 20, Castle 16. We're back after this to take a look at some of the stats, tell you about how the homecoming resulted, and the results of the Jasper homecoming for 2023. Talk all about that when we return, and as well as, of course, bringing the second half kickoff right after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, Kerry Schneider along with Jeremy Marcos. And we're about to bring you the second half of the play of tonight's football game between the Jasper Wildcats and the Castle Knights, where the Wildcats leading at 20-16. Take a quick look at some stats here at halftime. The Wildcats lead the Knights in total yardage here at halftime, 197-70. Rushing for the Wildcats, of course, once again leading the way. Well, actually, is Max Butel, the quarterback, with 5 carries for 114 yards. And, of course, that big 70-yard touchdown run. He has 2 touchdowns on the night. Carter Holsworth, 11 carries for 59 yards and the touchdown. And Caden Herney with 5 carries for 15 yards, and longest with an 18-yard run included there. Butel on the night. 1 completion and 5 attempts for 22 yards. That lone completion to Hunter Eckert for 22 yards, as I said. For Castle, Antonio Harris, or actually Max McCool, 8 carries for 55 yards. And Antonio Harris, 6 carries for 14 yards. Each has a touchdown to their credit. 3 different men have thrown the ball tonight. Of course, the two quarterback tandem of Caden Gordon, who was 4 for 8 for 60 yards. Bowden Morgan, 2 for 4 for 21 yards. And Carter Bobe, 1 completion for 24 here in the first half. Antonio Harris, the leading receiver for the Knights this evening at halftime. 3 receptions for 69 yards. Wildcats will kick off to the Knights to start the second half. Harris and McCool, and looks like McCool with the return. Actually, sorry, that is Harris, I should say, number 17. Antonio Harris on the return. Looks like number 19 on the tackle for the Wildcats, and that is Alec Ware, a sophomore. Congratulations to Hope Fromey and Brandon Meringer. They are the 2023 Jasper Football Homecoming Queen and King. They were crowned at halftime tonight. So, again, congratulations to Hope, the daughter of Daniel Fromey and the late Valerie Shipman. Brandon Meringer, the son of Lori and Todd Meringer. Handoff goes to McCool. McCool across the 40, and McCool to the 45 as he will be out of bounds, it looks like, at the 45-yard line. So 15-yard run on the first play of the second half by Max McCool. So 1st and 10 for the Knights, who would look to, of course, draw first blood as far as the second half scoring is concerned. They trail it 20-16. Knights jumped out to a 9-0 lead before the Wildcats eventually made their way into the lead themselves. Handoff goes to McCool, and he will gain nothing on that. That'll be no gain for a 2nd down and 10 to come up at the 45-yard line. We are just underway here in the second half of play here on 18 WJTS. Kerry Schneider along with Jeremy Marcos. Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Roletter Field. 2nd down and a long 10 for the Knights. Handoff goes to Harris. Harris will pick up 2, maybe 3 on the play. Actually, you're going to give him forward progress, actually up to the 4. To gain up 4, I should say, to the 49. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6 at the 49 after a pickup of 4. So big 3rd down play coming up here for the Wildcats here in the opening drive of the second half. For the Wildcat defense, I should say. Dump pass goes to number 86. He is on his way. He is down to the 30, inside the 30 to about the 25-yard line. That is number 86. John Agner, big tight end, makes the reception. He was wide open, and he was able to make his way into Wildcat territory to the 27. So the Knights are set up for a score coming up, perhaps. 1st and 10 for the Knights at the 27. Fakes the handoff. He'll get pressure. Rolls to his left. He'll keep it, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. Looks like Elliott Smith makes the tackle on the play. Hanselman also on the tackle for the Wildcats. Nick Hanselman, 6'1" sophomore. Two sophomores making the defensive effort for the Wildcats. Under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2nd down and 10 at the 27. Gordon with a man in motion. Under center. Pitch goes to McCool. McCool across the 25 to the 15 to the 10 and out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. I'm going to mark it down about the 4, maybe the 3-yard line. So that'll be 1st and goal for the Knights. So Castle moved the football very well here in the outset of the second half. Looking to regain the lead. Jasper leads at 20-16. 3rd and goal at the 3. Pitch goes to Harris. Harris tries the outside. Harris looking for the pylon, and he is out of bounds at the 2. He is out of bounds at the 2. One-yard gain on the play as he was played from the 3, and he's down to the 2. Second and goal at the 2. Handoff goes to Harris, and he is going to be stopped for a loss of about 3. Back to about the 5. Maybe the 6. Actually, they're going to put it down at the 4. Hunter Ecker and Cole Trevino combined to make the stop on the play. Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down and goal at the 4. Gordon keeps it, rolls, looks for the end zone. Pass is knocked down by Caden Nerney. Good defensive play by Caden Nerney to knock down the pass play. And it was intercepted? It was actually intercepted. Caden Nerney with the interception. Congratulations, Caden Nerney on the reception, and the Wildcats take over on downs. I just saw him put a hand up. I didn't exactly realize he had actually hauled it in. Yeah. So Wildcats with a big defensive play to thwart the Castle drive as the Knights were well within striking distance. They had it 1st and goal at the 2, perhaps, wasn't it? 1st and goal at the 2. A couple of nice stops by the Wildcat interior line. And an interception by Caden Nerney gives the Cats 1st and 10 at their own 20. So Butel under center. Hands it off to Holsworth. Carter on the carry. Carter across the 40 to the 50. Into Castle territory. He could take it all the way. He's down to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Cuts it inside. Touchdown, Wildcats. 80-yard touchdown run, but a flag is down. We have a flag down at back to about the 32-yard line. Flag is down back at the 32-yard line. Could negate that 80-yard run by Carter Holsworth. But he will get a lot of it, as you said. Sideline warning is a call against Jasper. So the touchdown counts. Or is it a sideline warning? Still a touchdown, it should be. So the touchdown stands. I'm sorry, that's just what is the reason for making that call at a moment like that? At a moment like that, who cares? Really, who cares at this point? It's an 80-yard touchdown run. Regardless, the Cats extend their lead to 26-16. Big 80-yard touchdown run by Carter Holsworth. Puts the Cats up by 10, looking to go up by 11 with the extra point kick by Colton Smith. Ball is down, the kick is up, and this one is no good. Wide left. So that makes it a 26-16. The score will remain with 8:47 to go in the third quarter. Jasper leads it. Back after this on 18 WJTS. Alumni Stadium, where the Wildcats lead at 26-16 over the Castle Knights with 8:47 to go in the third. 80-yard touchdown run by Carter Holsworth puts the Wildcats up by 10. And they will be kicking off to the Castle Knights. Max McCool and Antonio Harris. Back to receive once again for Castle, as Chase Spears will kick off from the 40. Ground ball kick is going to go out of bounds, of course, and that'll result in a penalty. And okay, the ball did hit a Castle player. Okay, they say a ball did hit a Castle player, and therefore that will not result in a penalty. And the ball should be spotted where we'll just see where they spot it.
One guy's calling it 24 because it went off a Castle player.
So the ball did, the ground ball kick did hit a Castle player, evidently. Officials are discussing where the ball is going to be spotted. That's the big question right now. Looks like they're going to put it perhaps at the 24. Okay. 24 is better than the 35. So here we go. The Wildcats, or the Knights, I should say, will have the football at the 24-yard line. So that's where Castle will start, 1st and 10. Looks like Bowden Morgan will take the helm of the quarterback chores with Max McCool to his right, and he'll work out of the shotgun, and he'll hand off to McCool. McCool across the 25 to about the 27, maybe the 28. They'll be wrapped up by Luca Meyer and Elliott Smith. So Luca Meyer and Elliott Smith make the tackle on the play. Pick up a 4, 2nd down and 6 at the 28. We got a whistle, and both teams pointed at each other as a penalty flag goes out. It will be procedure call against Castle. So false start against the Knights. We'll move them back 5 to the 23. Bring up 2nd down and 11. Second down 11 for Castle as Morgan this time under center. Pitch goes to McCool. McCool inside the 20, and he will be wrapped up and knocked out of bounds. Led by number 9 for the Wildcats, Jalen Van Slyke. And that'll result in a 1-yard gain. 3rd down and 10, back at the original line of scrimmage at the 24-yard line.
3rd and 10, Knights at the 24.
So big 3rd down play again coming up for the Wildcat defense. Morgan out of the shotgun. He will keep it. He will be knocked down by, they're going to call a late penalty flag against the Wildcats. as he was knocked out of bounds, looked like Elliott Smith, but they're going to say he was out of bounds with Smith or whoever it was made the hit, and it's going to result in a first down for the Castle Knights. I do too. So personal foul will be the call against the Wildcats. And that will give the Knights the first down. At about looks like the 44-yard line. First and 10 for Castle. Morgan under center. Harris behind him. McCool in motion. Pitch goes to Harris. Harris gets away from the Wildcat defenders. He's in the Jasper territory. He is down at about the 35-yard line. And Harris the football will be spotted to about the 33. So Antonio Harris on the carry. First and 10 for Castle at the 33. Morgan under center, Pullman in motion. He'll drop back to throw. He'll look, he'll fire downfield. He's got a passes complete by number 81, Will Coleman, for a 33-yard touchdown score with 7:20 to play in the third. It's 26-22, Jasper. Let's see. 7:20 to go in the third quarter. As Riker Cotmel will attempt the extra point. Gordon to hold. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 26-23, Castle within 3 with 7:20 to go in the third quarter of play. We're back after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, where the Wildcats hanging on right now to a 26-23 lead after a big pass play to number 81, Will Coleman, for our touchdown score. The extra point kick puts the Castle Knights within 3. And they will kick it off to the Wildcats, and Fleck will let it roll out of bounds inside the 5. And that'll bring it out to the 35 for Jasper. So the Wildcats will have good field position to start a new drive. Looking to answer the Knights score. So look for a nice sustained drive for the Cats hopefully this time, and try to work a little bit of clock off the scoreboard. 7:20 to go in the third. Considering, it's giving the defensive rest, and considering the fact that the Knights can score quickly. We just can attest to that. First and 10, Jasper at the 35-yard line. Butel under center. Here is Butel on the option. He will keep it to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, and inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line. Max Butel with another big run. 39-yard run by the Wildcat quarterback. He's already got a 70-yard touchdown run earlier. He ought in the first half alone. Butel on the ground. 114 yards in the first half itself. First and 10, Jasper at the Castle 26. Handoff goes to Holsworth. Carter spins off a tackle, and he will take it to about the 20-yard line for a pickup of maybe 6. We'll mark it at the 20, so a pickup of 6, second down and 4. 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Wildcats going to maintain that ground game and perhaps work some clock here and try to answer the Castle Knights' quick scores. Butel keeps it, and he will be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage by number 90 and number 4. That is Cooper Bartz and Landon Holder. No gain on the play. He'll bring up third down and 5, so perhaps a loss of a yard. Actually, it will be a loss of 1 as it's back at the 21. Or excuse me, the 21-yard line. Heichelbeck and Atkins are going to split to the far side. Butel will work out under center. He will keep the football, pitch it to Levine. Jack will take it just short of the 15-yard line and out of bounds. So Levine on the carry. We'll see where the spot the spot is going to be at about the 16 or the 15, depending on where they actually put it. It should be enough for a first down. Or will it? I guess they're going to take a moment to measure. So officials timeout for a measurement. The official chain game will bring it all the way downfield to measure it from the near sideline. Ball is spotted at the 16. We'll zoom in on that. And he's got the first down. It should be. He's got it by the nose of the football, perhaps. So first down for the Wildcats. And that'll bring it 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. So big conversion for the Wildcats offensively there.
1st and 10 Wildcats at the 16.
Football spotted at the 16. Butel under center on first down now from the 16. Holsworth to the 10, to the 5, in the end zone from 16 yards out and a touchdown. So the Wildcats answer the Castle's quick score with a 65-yard drive. So 65-yard drive for the Wildcats thanks to the out-of-bounds kickoff. They gave them the football at the 35. 5:17 to play at 32-23. Colton Smith will attempt the extra point. Kick is on the way, and it is blocked. So the extra point kick is blocked by the Castle Knights. Now the score will remain Jasper 32, Castle 23 with 5:17 to go in the third quarter of play. A lot of action still come on this one, folks, needless to say. We'll be back with the kickoff after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium where the Wildcats on a Carter Holsworth touchdown run makes it 32-23 after the Cats missed the extra point kick, which was actually blocked. And there's another ground ball kick that this time's going to run out of bounds. And this time, so we'll have another spot back at the 35. So that's happened now, well, twice for Jasper. But one was actually, of course, Jasper got a break, which because it hit a Castle player. But Castle, on their last kickoff, went out of bounds and gave Jasper excellent field position at the 35, which the Cats did score. And now the Knights will have excellent field position as a result of that kickoff. So it's big things like that could come back to haunt you. So Castle is definitely not a team, as they showed, that you want to give good field position to. They can score quickly. First and 10 at the 35-yard line for Castle. 5:17 to play in the third. Morgan under center. Pitch goes to McCool. McCool getting some blocks. McCool out of bounds. He is out of bounds at about the, let's see, around the 40-yard line. We'll see. Stepped out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 25-yard run for McCool, and the Knights, just like that, are in Jasper territory at the 40. Morgan throws a screen pass this side to Harris. Harris tries to get the outside, cuts inside. He's inside the 30, and about to the 29-yard line. Looks like number 25, Landon Fleck, makes the tackle on the play. Not before the Knights pick up a first down at the 29. First and 10 at the 29 for Castle. Jasper defense needs to come up with a big play. Keep the Knights off the scoreboard. Don't let them score as quickly as they have been, if at all. Pitch goes to Harris. Harris tries to cut inside, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. He is down inside the 20 to about the 19. So Antonio Harris takes a couple of Wildcats with them to the 19-yard line. First and 10. 4:25 to go in the third. That ball at the 19. Morgan under center. Pitch goes to McCool to the left. McCool tries to cut inside, and Will Wallace has him wrapped up, but not before he takes it to about the 16-yard line for a gain of 3. Carl will be spotted at the 16-yard line. Second down and 7. Fakes the handoff, throws a pass, incomplete, intended for number 81, Will Coleman. Landon Fleck defending on the play for Jasper. Brings up third down and 6 now at the 15. The whistle and a timeout will be called by the Wildcats. So Jasper calls timeout with 3:34 to go in the third quarter. Cats lead it by 9, 32-23. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. 6 coming up at the 15 for the Castle Knights after the Jasper timeout. Castle still huddled on their far sideline. Play clock is down to 10. Now they got to hustle to the line of scrimmage, try to get this play off. 4 seconds now. Now Castle has to call a timeout. So Castle, exactly sure what they were thinking on that far sideline. Certainly wasn't thinking of the play clock, which had already long started, and they had to hustle their way back to the line of scrimmage as much as they could, and couldn't get a play off before the clock would eventually expire. So they were forced to call a timeout, and we'll just keep it right here. So our score is Jasper 32, Castle 23. The Knights with the football at the 15-yard line. Third down and 6 coming up. So that could come into play. We'll have to see what happens. That's something that plays a factor down the road. With a ball game of this caliber, Castle having to burn the timeout, I'm sure they did not want to. So play will resume now. Again, 3:34 to go in the third. Third down and 6 at the 15 for Castle. Bowden Morgan under center with McCool, the lone run back, sets a man in motion. Handoff goes to Cool, wide open, up the middle. He is down and into the end zone for the touchdown. 15-yard touchdown run by McCool. Max McCool with the touchdown run of 15 yards. And we got an injured, and McCool is down. He is down at the goal line after scoring that 15-yard touchdown run. They made the ball game 32-29. The Knights are back within 3. McCool, the man of the hour right now for Castle, however, is also a man of concern for the Knights. He is laying flat on his back, and we'll take a break while they attend to him and return after this here on 18 WJTS. Well, Max McCool gets up and walks off the field on his own power after he was shaken up after the 15-yard touchdown run, which put his ball club, the Castle Knights, within 3 at 32-29. And Riker Cotnell will once again come on for the extra point kick. And that kick is up, and it is good. And it was nearly blocked by the Wildcats, but it did split the uprights for a 32-30 score. So 32-30 is our score with 3:27 to go in the third quarter of play. Jasper will have the football back with a 2-point lead. A lot of things you could look back on here as far as different field positions for both teams, allowing getting which they were able to score on, thanks to out of bound kickoffs, missed extra points. Jasper's missed 2 tonight. Also in on that, of course, indeed is a 2-point conversion attempt, which went awry earlier in the ball game. But the Cats are hanging on for a 32-30 score, and of course, now up to the Wildcats to answer once again. A lot of offense in this one as well. So we're at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, where the Jasper Wildcats lead the Castle Knights 32-30 with 3:27 to go in the third quarter. As Riker Cottonmole will once again come on for the kickoff. And once again, Ross Dawkins and Landon Fleck back deep to receive. And there's a quick onside kick, and it will be recovered by the Knights. Boy, did they catch the Wildcats sleeping there. Great trick play by the Knights as they caught the Wildcats totally off guard on that one. And it will be recovered by the Knights at the Jasper 45-yard line. Cottonville was the man, the kicker himself, who recovered the football. So the Knights catch the Wildcats sleeping on the special teams play. The Wildcats short a man on the defensive end as Eckert will come in late. And now we got a man down. It looks like McCool is down. So once again, McCool is down. We'll take a quick break after this, and we return after this on 18 WJTS. Max McCool hops right up and walks rather quickly onto the sidelines. Castle has the football, 1st and 10 at Jasper's 45-yard line. On the run is the quarterback, Morgan. And he will take it to about the 42-yard line for a pickup of 3. Second down and 7. And another Castle player apparently down on the field. And the Jasper fans not exactly loving this. As this time it's now number 86, John Agner. Agner coming off the field. And play eventually will resume. So second down and 7 coming up at the 42-yard line. 3:02 to play in the third quarter. A long, long third quarter at that. And we got a whistle. Another whistle, and the officials exactly maybe checking to make sure they did have second down. Or either way, okay, we had to do it the play clock regardless. Morgan under center. He will keep it. He will keep it and push it forward to about the 40-yard line for a pickup of 2. And Eigner, just like that, is back in the ballgame. Third down and 3 at the 40. Third down and 5, excuse me, at the 40.
Third and 5 at the 40.
Bowden Morgan under center. Puts a man in motion. Hands off to, was that Harris? Or actually, see who was on that carry. Actually, it was number 30 on the carry. And that is Micah Mills. Micah Mills will carry the football to inside the 40 to about the 39. That'll bring up fourth down for the Knights, and they will go at least in the punt formation. At least we'll see. Parker Bellwood will drop back to kick. Atkins back to receive for Jasper. See if the Knights will try to catch. Well, they won't. They'll get the punt or the snap away at least, and the punt away. And fair catch is called inside the 10-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will start deep in their own territory. So the Jasper defense holds the Knights. The Knights are unable to capitalize on the onside kick that gave them excellent field position in Jasper territory. So we'll see what the Wildcat offense does here. Work some clock, perhaps. Get a score. They lead at 32-30 with a minute and a half to go. Handoff goes to Holsworth, and he will spin off a tackle and maybe pick up of about 4 yards perhaps. Take it to the 14-yard line. Jasper starting from their 10, picks up 4, second down and 6 at the 14. So Butel under center, second and 6 at the 14. Butel keeps it on the right side. He will gain about 3 on the play. Take it to the 17. Third down and 3. At the 17. So 3rd and 3 coming up for the Wildcats. Cats need a first down here, needless to say. Butel hands it off, actually keeps it, and he will be wrapped up for a loss by the Castle Knights. Number 53 and number 11, that is Trey Ward. and Gavin Leach come up with a big defensive play for Castle, which will bring up 4th down and 5, and it also bring us to the end of the third quarter of play. So Jasper leads at 32-30. They will be forced to punt to the Knights when we return after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, where the Wildcats and the Castle Knights battling it out as we head to the fourth quarter. 32-30 is our score. And as we start the fourth quarter, the Wildcats will have to punt to the Knights, and another high snap. Another high snap, and that's going to tie the ball game. The second safety of the night against the Wildcats at the same spot in the same fashion. So another high snap results in a safety as it did early in the game, and now we start the fourth quarter the same way. And as a result, we are tied at 32 apiece. So Jasper gives up 2 more to the Knights, and this time it ties the ball game up. And they will be forced to provide a free kick to the Knights and give them the football back just as we get the fourth quarter underway here at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Rolleder Field. So it's been we knew it would be a fun ball game tonight, but a lot of big mistakes, costly, especially in Jasper's end right now, 2 of which involving the punt team. So the Wildcats will have to kick it off from the 20-yard line. Harris and looks like John Eigner was the other man back for Castle right now. I'm not exactly sure. There is the kickoff, or the free kick. Taken at the 21-yard line to the 40, to about the just shy of the 45-yard line to about the 44. And that was actually number 16 on the return for Castle, Carter Bobe. Mitchell Leinenbach and Alec Ware make the tackle on the play. So the Castle Knights have the football. And a tie ball game at 32 apiece with 11:49 to play in the fourth quarter. Morgan drops the football, and he'll have to fall on it. He tried to hand it off. It looks like maybe to Harris or to McCool. McCool is back in the ball game. And that's going to result in a loss of about 3. Second down and 13 at the 41 for Castle. What could have been a rather very, very costly turnover for Castle. But now it's second down and 13. Pitch goes to McCool. McCool is going to be brought down for a loss back at about the 37 or 38-yard line. They'll put it back to about the 38-yard line, so a loss of 3. That'll bring up third down and 16. Jasper defense, the big play there. Miscue by the Knights and a big defensive play by the Wildcats. Third down and 16 at the 38. Morgan back. He'll dump a pass off to 86. He will get across the 40 and near the 50. And that pass was completed to number 86, John Eigner. And he is going to be well short of the first down, as he will be at the 50-yard line. We'll see what the Knights do here. And they will look to be bringing the punt team on as number 8, Parker Bellwood. Their punter is on the field. So the Wildcat defense does a fine job holding the Knights to 3 and out. The Knights are unable to capitalize. There's a low snap on this punt play. Parker gets it away, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 20. Let's see where they mark it, actually at the 22. So the football will be spotted at the 22-yard line where Jasper will start their drive, 1st and 10. 9:48 to go. 32-32 is our score. Butel under center. 1st and 10, Jasper at the 22. He will hand off to Holsworth. Carter takes it to about the 25 for a gain of about 3. 3-yard pickup by Holsworth. Like Ethan Herman make the tackle for Castle. Castle Knights, by the way, have a pair of freshmen on their team that are not on the roster, Brody Farmer and Kobe Pullum. We have not called their names yet tonight at all. They're supposed to be in the contest due to some injuries. Butel back to throw. Pass is complete. As a pass up the middle to number 18, Heichelbeck. He threw a quick hitter to Luke Heichelbeck, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Ball will be at the 36-yard line. Nice catch by number 18, Luke Heichelbeck, 6'2 junior. 1st and 10 at the 36, 8:50 to go. Butel under center. He will be wrapped up on the option as he had Levine to pitch to. And that'll result in a loss of about 2 at least, maybe 3. Ball is spotted back to the 34-yard line, 2nd down and 12. These two ball clubs, of course, went overtime last year. Right now they are tied, 43-42. Cats won in overtime last year at Castle. 2nd down and 12 at the 34. 8 minutes to go. Handoff goes to Holsworth. Holsworth across the 42, about the 41. Be a pickup about 7. Yeah, 7 on the play. 3rd down and 5. At the 40, at the 42. Big play for both these ball clubs at this point. Here's Butel on the carry. Butel across the 45. He's close to the 50-yard line and down at the 49, and a big 1st down. Max Butel, big run right there. Gives the Wildcats the 1st down at the Jasper 49. The sophomore quarterback doing the job on the ground tonight. Working the option well. 1st and 10 at the Jasper 49. Under 7 minutes to play. 7 seconds on the play clock. Hands off to Holsworth, who looks like he lost his footing for a little bit, was tripped. But he still manages to pick up about 2. Should bring up 2nd down and 8 at the just shy of the Castle 48. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Keep an eye on that clock and how much the Cats work off of it on this drive. Butel fakes the option. Wasn't sure what that was. It looked like a broken play of some sort, perhaps. And he is going to lose about maybe a yard on that. Or maybe they'll just give him back to the line of scrimmage, which they will. So we'll call it 3rd down and 8 at the 48. Under 6 minutes to play. 3rd down and 8 play coming up for the Jasper Wildcats. Butel under center. 5 seconds on the play clock. And again, the handoff, what looks like a little miscommunication of some sort, this time to Holsworth. So the Wildcats looked like a little unease on those last couple of plays there offensively, and as a result, the drive stalls, and the punt team comes on once again. As Cole Trevino will drop back. And back to receive, of course, once again, is Antonio Harris. Harris is back at the 15-yard line. This punt is away. Nice punt, and Harris is going to call fair catch. That looks like at about the 11 or 12-yard line. So Harris fair catches it at the 12-yard line, and that's where Castle will start with 4:48 to play in regulation. Again, these two ball clubs went overtime last year in a shootout. Again, the Wildcats won that one at Castle, 43-42. Jasper defense would like to hold the Knights here, needless to say. 1st and 10 for the Knights as they will start at the 12. Here's a pitch that goes to Harris. Harris across the 10 to the 15, out of bounds at about the 20. It'll be the 23-yard line. Nate Lukemeyer makes the tackle on the play, but not before Harris picks up about 10 on the play from the 12 to the 22, but perhaps that'll bring up 1st and 10. Actually at the 23. So 11-yard pickup by Harris. Handoff goes to Harris, and he will be wrapped up by Trevino. So Cole Trevino makes a stop on the play for no gain. .4:23 to go. Clock is running. 2nd down and 10 for the Castle Knights. Harris sets up here on the near side. Morgan will work under center with McCool behind him. He pitches to McCool. He'll try to left side. He cuts inside, and he will be brought down at about the just shy of the 30 to about the 28 or 29. That looks like about a pickup of 7. Should bring up about 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 4 after he pick up of 6, so call it. Ball is at the 29-yard line. Nearing the 3.5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Wildcats cannot give up the big play. Pitch goes to Harris. Harris at the 30, stiffs arms his way and is brought down to bounds by Lukemeyer at the 35. And that'll be enough for a Castle 1st down. First and 10, Castle at their own 35. Clock continues to run with 3:12 to go. Morgan out of the shotgun. Puts Harris in motion. Hands it off to Harris. On the far side, Harris at the 40, to the 45 to 50. He's going to break away. He's going to take it all the way. He's got Ernie to beat, and he will not catch up with him as Harris scores from 65 yards out. And a flag is down. We got a flag down on the field, however. Probably going to be looks like a most likely unsportsmanlike conduct the way it looks. It will be a dead ball foul. We'll see what the indication is. But it is a 65-yard run by number 17, Antonio Harris, and gives the Castle Knights a 38-32 lead. It is unsportsmanlike conduct against Castle, but it will be after the play, and that will be assessed on the kickoff. So the Castle Knights have taken back the lead 38-32 on a 65-yard touchdown run by Antonio Harris. With 2:45 to play. And it will be assessed on the kick as Riker Cotmel will come on for the extra point kick. Caden Gordon will hold. Extra point kick is up, and it is good. Castle 39, Jasper 32 with 2:45 to play. Now it's the Wildcats' turn, and we'll have that play or have that kickoff right after this here on 18 WJTS. Watch here tonight at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Rolleder Field, and these two teams have not disappointed. Right now it's Castle 39 to Jasper's 32, as both teams have gone back and forth, especially here in the second half. With 2:45 to go in the ball game, the Castle Knights will kick off to the Wildcats, but the Knights were called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the 65-yard touchdown run by Antonio Harris that gave the Knights the lead of 39-32, and that will be assessed here on the kickoff. So the Knights will kick off from the 25-yard line. Riker Cotmill, the busy man tonight between kickoffs and extra point kicks. And Dawkins and Fleck once again back to receive for the Wildcats at about the 15-yard line. Of course, Cotmill juked the Wildcats earlier on an onside kick. And this one he will kick off and out of bounds. And the Cats will have it at the 35. 3 times we've seen that tonight. I believe twice by Castle and once by Jasper. Both teams, as a result, have had to have some good field position as a result of those botched kickoffs. Excuse me. So the story is this: Castle 39, Jasper 32, 2:45, and the Wildcats will have the football, 1st and 10. Or we're going to put it at the 30 or 50. So as a result of that 15-yard penalty, I guess, from earlier, because they kicked it off and so forth. Yeah. So actually, the Cats even with better field position from midfield. 1st and 10 at the 50. Butel under center. Ernie and Heichelbeck on the near side. Handoff goes to Holsworth, and Holsworth is going to pick up 2. 2.5 minutes to play. 2nd down and 8 at the 48. Butel on the carry. Butel across to about the 40. And the ball is loose. We'll see who's got it. Ball came out. And it will be recovered by the Wildcats. It looked like Eckert came up with it. Hunter Eckert looks like came up with the football out of the pile. The ball's at the 40-yard line. It should be a 1st down, but they have not moved the change yet. Now they finally do. So the play results in a pickup of 10 yards. So 1st and 10, Jasper at the 40. Butel will work under center. Clock running with nearing the 2-minute mark. Butel back to throw. Fires a pass up the middle. It is caught. And a face mask penalty is going to result of this as a penalty flag comes flying. Heichelbeck on the reception, and he was grabbed by the face mask, and that's going to tack on another piece of yardage. Ball is at the 30-yard line right now. Clock is stopped with 1:55 to go. 15-yard face mask penalty will be assessed on the play. That should give the Cats the football down to the 15, and it will. So 1st and 10, Jasper at the 15-yard line now.
1st and 10, Wildcats at the 15.
Big penalty by the Knights there. A 1:55 to play. 1st and 10, Jasper at the 15. Butel under center. Keeps the football. Cuts inside. He'll be wrapped up by number 53 for the Knights, Gavin Leach. He'll pick up about 2 on the play. 1:35 to go. Butel under center. 2nd and 8 at the 13. Hands off to Holsworth. Holsworth to about the 10. Inside the 10 to about the 9. 1:16 and counting. Clock running down. Football at the 8. 3rd down and 3. Nearing the minute mark. Handoff to Holsworth. He's inside the 5. And he should have the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats with 1:01 to play. 1:01 to go in regulation. 1st and goal, Jasper at the 5. Clock starts to run. Butel under center. Keeps the football on the option. Spins off a man inside the 5. Spins off another. He is down, and he is to about the 2-yard line. And, of course, Jasper will call a timeout with 42 seconds to go. So timeout Jasper as, boy, I thought he was in there just about. He spun off 2 different tacklers. And with 42 seconds to go, it is going to bring up 2nd down and goal at the 2-yard line as Jasper calls timeout. So the Wildcats 2 yards away from making this a 1-point ball game. And what has been an excellent ball game tonight. We expected that pretty much coming in. It has not disappointed. These two teams, both offensively showing what they could do. And have been able to answer each other left and right. Wildcats looking to tie this ball game up, or well, at least come within 1 and decide what they'll do after that. But let's get the touchdown first. These two teams, as I've been mentioning a number of times, went to overtime last year. The Wildcats prevailed in that ball game, 43-42 at Paradise. Both teams break from the respective coaches, and here they go. 42 seconds to go. It's 39-32. Jasper trails by 7. 2nd down and goal at the 2. How many timeouts does Jasper have left? 1. Thank you. Butel will work under center. 2nd and goal at the 2. 42 seconds to go. He hands off to Holsworth. Who cares? Is it Castle's ball? It is. He stripped the ball right out of the Wildcat defender's ball player's hands. Castle comes up with it. Fumble is ruled, and the Knights are going to come away with this ball game. The snap was fumbled or some sort. Something went awry. I'm not sure if Butel actually had it and tried to get to Holsworth. Nobody's really sure, but either way, the Cats commit the turnover, and Castle Knights come up with a big defensive play. As the Cats had second and goal at the 2-yard line. And Castle will have the football, and they will, looks like timeout is going to be called. Let's go ahead and take a break ourselves here with 35 seconds to go. Castle has a 39-32 lead. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. Well, back at Alumni Stadium, where the Castle Knights will take over 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line. Jasper has, I believe, one timeout left, and here is a handoff up the middle with 32 seconds. And a timeout is going to be called by Jasper. Wildcats will call their last timeout and hope for some kind of a miracle, perhaps on this last, which would probably be the last play of the ball game. And we'll see what happens. But 27 seconds to go. It's Castle 39, Jasper 32. Castle will get off one more play and bring this ball game to a close, barring nothing catastrophic happens on their part. Unfortunately, the Wildcats who had a chance to score and tie this ball game up, perhaps with about 30-some seconds to go. Again, something not exactly sure what, but something went awry, and Castle came up with a strip. I'm not sure if it was Butel who had the football or Holdsworth, but it doesn't. What difference that makes is really none. But the difference is the fact that Castle came up with a big play, and the Wildcats feel snake bitten as you're going to come, at least at this point. And again, barring any kind of big mistake by Castle here, as they have it 1st and goal second down and 9, I should say, at the 2, excuse me. Should only have one more play they'll have to run, as they will likely just run it up the middle on a keeper, and they will, and that will bring us likely to the end of this ball game. And it will. So the Castle Knights are going to come away with a hard-fought 39-32 victory over the Jasper Wildcats here at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Rolleder Field on homecoming night 2023. 39-32 is going to be our final score. The Wildcats will fall and snap a 3-game winning streak. They'll fall to 4-3, while Castle themselves snaps a 2-game losing skid, and they will improve to 4-3 7 weeks into the 2023 football regular season. Jasper will be back back at home, I should say, for senior night next Friday night here at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Rolleder Field. Next Friday, October 6th, the Wildcats will host the North Huskies for a 7:30 kickoff. And, of course, 7:30 DuBois County time. And we'll have that game for you next week, 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. Then 7 o'clock Sunday evening next weekend here on 18 WJTS. Castle, by the way, will take on Central at Central Stadium next Friday night. And as we said, Jasper hosting Evansville North for senior night here at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Rolleder Field. They fall to the Castle Knights tonight, 39-32 on homecoming 2023. For Jeremy Marcos, I'm Kerry Schneider saying good night from Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium. We'll be back with you next week when the Cats host the North here at Jasper. Until then, so long, everybody.